we just got to Cabeau, and we're going to be meeting with the CEO, David Sternlight, and he's going to show us why he is the best in travel comfort. Come on.
Welcome to Cabeau.
Thank you. My name's Jared.
Hi,
nice
Jared.
to meet you.
Such a pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, oh, you got a puppy too.
I do. This is Blueberry. She is my pride and joy, and really our company's pride and joy.
Yeah.
Our company mascot. And she will probably come over and hand you over a dog toy.
We were having a battle on our way, and I said Cabeau. Is that correct?
You can actually say it the way you want it, but technically it's pronounced Cabeau, like Cabo San Lucas.
Okay.
And it's named after my son, Luca. His first name is Luca, L-U-C-A, and his middle name is Beau, B-E-A-U. Okay. So we took the C-A and the B-E-A-U.
Okay, is that a common thing for people to mispronounce the name?
Oh yeah, if you get it right the first time, you're probably in the upper 90th percentile.
Wow, okay. So what all do you guys do? Like, is it mainly just like neck pillows, or how do you call it? Do you call it a neck pillow? Do you call it like a U-shaped pillow? Or
for me personally, it's travel pillow. I think usually either travel pillow or neck pillow are kind of interchangeable. Okay. Sometimes you hear people say travel neck pillow or neck travel pillow. Okay. Airplane pillow is another way, but U-shaped pillow, like you said. But we kind of distinguish between the U-shaped pillow and ours because the U-shaped pillow is the kind of that traditional, horseshoe shape. Yeah. That's really just that, whereas I think we do things that a little bit extra to help support one's head. Yeah,
we've noticed that at all the retailers that Cabeau's there. So that's pretty crazy when we were around for 15 years. What made you think to get into the travel comfort or the travel pillow?
Got me started actually was because of my height. What was a terrible experience on an airplane. I was flying from LA to Hong Kong, and they only had one seat available, and it was the middle seat economy. Oh. And I couldn't fit, and I begged people to trade with me. They wouldn't.
No way.
So I paced the airplane for 15 hours and promised myself before I flew home that I was going to buy one of these U-shaped travel pillows that we talked about. Uh-huh. And because I saw a lot of people on that flight, sleeping look like comfortably, and I was like, God, what I would do to sleep. And so I bought one of these pillows and put it on and twisted it and turned it and flipped it. I'm like, this is the biggest gimmick I've ever bought. Still to this day, more of those are sold by far than all the other pillow shapes combined. Just because I think theoretically people want it to work. They understand the discomfort of resting while seated. But when it comes down to it, I think the most common answer to why they buy them is it's better than nothing. Yeah. And it's not quite a great endorsement. So that got me going on a mission really to talk to a lot of travelers and find out what they were looking for in a travel pillow, from the fabric that was on it to what the filling was to what's important to them in terms of comfort and support. And ended up interviewing over 2,500 travelers in my survey, put them into spreadsheets, saw very clear trends, brought in a prototype, got feedback, brought in another prototype, repeated this process about 10 or 12 times, till finally by the end of this, and this is after 18 months by the way, I had a pillow that just about everybody said, this is unbelievable. Really? And so that got us to the place where we had, all right, let's go, froze the specs and came out with our first product.
What style did you start out with? What is the very first one that everybody raved?
I would say probably the closest thing would be this, which is our Evolution Earth. That is certainly the same shape as the original pillow, because, and again, it's one of these situations where if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah. Because of the effort that went into designing this, we really felt like that was the best foot forward at the time, and it's done so well for us, that classic shape, that realistically we've just added features to it. Okay. And so that is our Evolution Earth. What's cool about this particular pillow is the cover is made with recycled plastic bottles. Really? Yeah. You can, this cover? Yeah, right, how soft it is.
It's very soft. It's like a very nice, comfortable, and I can notice that like it has very high sides.
Yeah, that's kind of
Say the other inflatable ones may only be about to like right here.
right, and that's usually one of the key features that differentiates our pillows is that it's super high on the sides because it has to conform around the jawline or your head will fall over. Kind of, Jared, think about it like an egg in an egg carton. If that egg carton side, any of the 4 sides are all the way around the egg carton are too low, if one of them is too low or not there at all, the egg is going to roll out. It's just like the path of least resistance. It's physics. So if you don't have something secure around the jawline, which almost none of our competitors have all the way around the head, then what you're going to have is that egg rolling off, and that's what your head's going to be.
What causes neck strain.
Exactly.
Like, why did I just buy this?
What's fascinating, it doesn't take much to cause that neck pain. Is you're more than 10 degrees range of motion one way or the other, then you're going to have neck pain. I think at 15 degrees, the pressure on your neck more than doubles the weight of your head. So if your head weighs 10 pounds, at 15 degrees, which is, I mean, literally like that, you've double the pressure, the weight on your neck. If it goes more than that, which unfortunately for our competitors, necks go far more than that, you're going to wake up in the pain cave.
In the what?
In the pain cave. That's what we call it. The pain cave, yes.
There's a strap that goes around here.
Yeah, so if there was one, I would say weakness to the pillow at the beginning, it was that your head could still kind of fall through the gap. And we used to have sorry to take this away from you.
No, that's fine.
We still have this on some of our lesser priced pillows, but you had a drawstring with a cord lock that cinched these up and it would form kind of a little V that your chin could fit in. However, it did allow your head to fall forward a little bit. And so we went back to the drawing board, like how can we improve this? And what we did was we added this very soft jacquard elastic strap that could go over the top of the pillow and attach anywhere on this side by means of hook and loop. We know it better as Velcro, or that's the company that actually came up with that. And now you have a chin strap right here. We call it the head catch system that actually prevents your chin from falling forward.
Okay, so you cinch it up tight like this so it locks in.
Absolutely, yeah. And so now you have legitimately, we're not just saying this, but this is 360 degree support that will not allow your head to move more than about 10 or 15 degrees in any direction. And that is what keeps your head your neck protected from any pain. The other product I'd love to show you, Jared, is our new inflatable, we call it the Evolution cushion. So we have a trademark name called the Evolution pillow, but we use the Evolution.
This is not another neck pillow.
That is not, no, yeah. This is absolutely not. This is actually ergonomically designed. It's inflatable. It compacts to the size of just over a soda can, and it can come with you anywhere. It comes with its own attachable travel bag. You can literally attach it around a belt loop, or a backpack strap, or luggage handle, whatever it is, blow it up, inflate it with 2 breaths, that's all it requires. And then sitting on virtually any chair, it makes any chair so much more comfortable, including an airplane chair. And if you sat on that without that cushion, you're like, wow, I'm not going to travel without that again. And that's how we are. I mean, we practice what we preach, and this comes with us everywhere. Everybody on the company who travels brings that with them, and it's night and day.
So I was thinking, we brought our Sprinter van. We've come a long way. We're traveling the nation in our Sprinter van, and I'd love to just take a ride if you want to come.
I'd love to.
Good? Okay,
yeah, thank you, Jared.
So, growing up, what were you thinking you were going to be when you grew up?
I had no idea, and I still have no idea. I'm 51 years old, and I still don't know what I want to be.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's nowadays, kind of the way people are thinking are so different that you can reinvent yourself almost on a yearly basis, and I love that. I think our parents and grandparents is you study for a trade or whatever it's going to be, and that's what you're going to be your whole life. And I love the flexibility that at any given time we could just say, no, I'm tired of this and I want to be and do something else. And
awesome.
yeah, this is my journey for now, and see how long this goes. And I certainly am going to reinvent myself at some point.
What did you switch from?
So right after college, I played professional basketball in Europe, Israel specifically, which I know is not a very, very popular. Yeah, well, Israel is in basketball is considered Europe. It's in the European League. And I was fortunate enough to be on the biggest team in Israel called Maccabi Tel Aviv. And we won the European Championship in 2001, which was definitely one of the highlights of my life.
How long did you do that?
I played professionally for 4 years. And I think that the time was right for me to hang up the shoes. And yeah, I miss my family and my friends a lot.
When you were over there?
Yeah.
That's got to be a struggle, just going over all by yourself, right?
Yeah. It's just, I think it's one of these things also that I had so much love for the sport when I was in high school and college. And, when it becomes a job, I think there's a correlation towards like losing the love because you feel like you have to do it to support your family or whatever it is. So, I definitely felt that where, I wouldn't say I was looked at as a piece of meat like the rest of the players were, but it's like you have to be here at this time, you have to be there at that time, you can't travel, you can't do this, you can't do that. And, I
go out and play for fun because you're our property if you get injured, right?
Exactly. So, that was part of it. But I think one of the things that was really like tugging at me was I had seen a lot of, the players, specifically American guys, that were getting older, in basketball parlance. And 34, 35, 36, and these guys were making a ton of money in the prime of their careers, and they were coming back and begging teams to bring them onto their team because they didn't have any other skills. And I felt like, I was 28, I believe, when I decided to call it quits, that would give me enough time to kind of get my nose figuratively bloodied and learn some business skills and not be in a position where, I was finishing my career and not really knowing what I was going to do.
That's cool. You saw that, hey, I don't want to just do this and hope for the best at the end. Like, I better plan for a future. And so what was your next step in life?
My first job, actually, after basketball, I went into telemarketing for $9 an hour.
What?
Yes. I made quite a good living playing professional basketball. And, I decided that virtually everything is sales, and I didn't know how to do it. So to take away the advantage I think I intrinsically have with my height, I decided that I was going to learn doing telemarketing.
Really?
And it was the stereotypical getting yelled at, screamed at, cursed at, and it definitely hardens your skin. And I couldn't be more grateful that I had that experience, not only being humbled from living an incredible life, working, not even working, playing basketball an hour and a half a day, being fawned over as a basketball player, and, our team doing so well. And now, that was taken away. It's just like, okay, we're going to learn this the hard way, and this is the right thing to do, to go through it. And, smooth seas never made a great sailor. Yeah.
So TGA, when did you start coming to the Travel Goods Association?
The TGA holds a very special place in my heart because this was the one opportunity we had back in 2010. We had just enough money to go to the show, file a couple of patents, and bring in one 20-foot container of travel pillows from China. That's all we had. So I'll never forget it. I came to the TGA show in 2010, March of 2010, and I was with my colleague Robert, who was kind enough to come with me. We stayed at the Luxor for $32 a night. I won't forget it because every penny counted at that time. And our shipment came in of the 20 samples literally the morning of the first day of the show, drove over to the FedEx facility at McCarran Airport. Now, I think it's Harry Reid now. McCarran Airport, and picked up the box and drove it over as fast as we could to the show. Got there about 30 minutes before the show started, threw the pillows up on the display, and that was our start.
Oh my gosh.
The TGA show was critical in the history of Cabeau, and why I feel very endeared to the TGA.
Well, David, thank you. It's been so much fun getting to know you, getting to know Cabeau, and it's just been a wonderful afternoon, so thank you.
Thank you, Jared. Really a pleasure, and appreciate your and Josh's time as well. Great time. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Take care.
Bye. Thanks, David.
Thank you, Josh.